Hey guys,
how you doing? What's going on, y'all? It's your girl Jodie with the TV Takeover, host of My Life Royal and All the Way Live and podcast Deez Nuts. And because I'm not gonna forget this time,
this is take 2.
Okay, to my right. My right is the bestie,
Wendy.
How you
doing, y'all? She forgot about me. We are on the second cut of episode 17 of podcast Deez Nuts. Excuse me?
We don't keep nothing to ourselves anymore. We just go.
She brought it up. So, therefore, she has opened up the door for me to have this conversation.
You're right. No, you're right. It's
not really a conversation. This is all I'm saying is, guys, we were 10 minutes into the last episode, and I was like, hey, there's a co-host. Her name is Wendy, to your right. Because I'm like, when is she going to introduce me? I'm here, guys. Hi, and hello.
I'm sorry.
How you just forget me so?
I'm sorry. I'm
hurt.
I had a cup of tea.
Like Ox said in belly, I'm hurted.
So
okay?
What had happened was I got so excited about the topic and trying to come up in my mind with what I wanted to say that I got lost.
She forgot that I was here.
I lost.
So here we are. Welcome.
Episode 17.
Yeah.
So that's what's okay. So did we figure out what that was in Spanish?
Diciete.
Diciete, is that what it was?
Because I think
this is
Diciete.
Wait,
sorry guys. English is English language, huh?
We had it. We did have
Diciete.
it. Diciete.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just not.
Yeah.
You know.
Episode Diciete, guys. I can't believe we're already here.
We are.
Yeah,
we're moving quickly. One. Yeah. So we're happy because we want to talk to you guys about you. Yeah. We're talking about you today.
Yeah, we are.
So that's so episode 17. Hey, Anne-Marie. That's the topic of today's episode. But before we get into that, so last week.
So first of all, I don't know if you know this. You probably do, but that to date has been our highest ranking podcast.
I mean, it was dope.
People were all over that one.
So the title of that one was, so he has friends?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we had 2 guests on the show. Yes. We had Jodie's partner, Nancy, and our third bestie, Show, at Eyes for Glam, and Nancy's with Upgrade Your Party. So we had them on, and we talked about the dynamics of relationships. So can you be a involved person, you have a husband, a boyfriend, whatever the case, and have single friends of the opposite sex? Is that okay?
Yeah.
So
some people are like, why is this even a conversation? And some people are like, well, there are situations if they've had longevity in their friendship, maybe. But yeah, we got
you want to continue with those friends that you've had for a good amount of time. If you guys didn't see it, go ahead and check out episode 16.
The comments are popping too.
It's a very relatable subject, so we want to hear. I mean, of course, drop us some feedback on it. We'd love to hear from you. So episode 16. So guys, hashtag Ask These Nuts. Okay, don't forget to ask, because if you got a question, we got an answer. If you got a topic that you want to go over, we want to hear about it. So reach out to us. Ask These Nuts. Drop us a note in the comments. Go on to our website, thetvtakeover.live/podcast. Ask These Nuts, y'all. So did you guys like her dance? She does a whole little shimmy. She has a routine going.
This one I stopped too soon, and then when I tried to catch it back up again, I couldn't get the rhythm. But
okay, but guys, she was still here performing for us.
Ask These Nuts, guys. Yes, we want to know what's going on with you guys. What are some of the things that maybe you're not comfortable in your circle talking about, but you really want to talk about? And we even have a little surprise to share with you guys that's going to make this even more interesting. But ask these nuts, guys.
Yeah, make sure you do that. Yep. So, episode 17. Hey, Anne-Marie.
Yeah. You ready to talk about this?
We're ready to talk about it. So the question for today's show is, who is Anne Marie?
Yeah.
Who is she?
Yeah.
So we recently applied for the Google Podcast program, and shout out to you viewers who even messaged us and was like, yo, this is going on. Yeah. Make sure you sign up for this. So thank you.
Yeah. Thank you for seeing us as being a good fit for this.
Yeah, absolutely. We definitely appreciate it. So we submitted our application.
You did.
So one of the questions on the application that we found particularly challenging, well, not necessarily challenging, but we thought we had an idea of who our audience was. Yeah. But then we came to find out we really didn't. Right. Like it was too vast. Broad. Right. It was too
we
vast.
Thought we needed to tap in and touch everyone. Right. You know, in the way that we were thinking, not the way that we learned it to be. Right. So the question that they actually asked was, who is the ideal listener? Now I want to make sure that you understand that there's not an S. It's singular. Who is the ideal listener for your podcast? Again, be specific. This is one of the most important questions in the application and in the development of your podcast. Right. So when you hear something like that, you have to stop. Right. You have to ask yourself, okay, as a matter of fact, that question single-handedly had us completely rewrite our application. Right. Because initially we were very broad, you know, we specific age range, demographic, you know. While we thought we were being specific, it was still very broad in thinking, and what they were looking for were platforms who, for the most part, even whether you're already got your podcast going or you're new, you have a new idea, but for the most part, you know your niche and you know who your audience is and who you're trying to reach. Right. Which is why they said it was one of the most important questions. It is. We had to go back and really think about who our ideal listener would be. Singular. And to that point, Google had a webinar and they were going over FAQs and, you know, going through the application process. And one of the things that we learned was when it came to that question, when they talked about being specific, it was literally a person. Yeah. Who do you see? Yeah. Who is that listener? He said, think of an avatar. That is that person. So, and they should have a name. Like the way they gave extent, like this person should be named. It should be that specific. Yes. That's what they mean by being that changed specific. The game for us. Changed the game. But you know what? Even though it changed the game, it didn't require much bounce back because we really had already known who we were talking to. Right. Anne Marie. Anne Marie. So who is Anne Marie? So we came up with Anne Marie because we're both Jamaican, right? Yes. And we just happen to both have Anne in our name. She's Jodie Ann, and I'm Wendy and Marie. Yep. My what mom a coincidence. Is a Marie as well. Most of the women in my family are one of the two. Right. Yeah. So it's a very common name for Jamaican women. So it was a no-brainer to go with Anne Marie because it's so relatable to both of us and who we are. Yes. Right. Yes. So talk about the meaning of the word Anne Marie because you looked into it and you found a lot. Yeah, I wanted to go I just wanted to kind of figure out a different perspective on the actual name Anne Marie. So I said, let me see what's the origin of it. What makes it so popular in our culture? So first of all, Anne Marie, Anne stands for gracious, full of grace. And the Marie is for Christianity, like Mary Magdalene, because it's a very high population of Protestants and Roman Catholics, and that's what they believe. So that's why those names are very common. But the name itself has a British nationality, which also makes sense because we were colonized by the British. So that's kind of a little bit of a background of why there are so many Anne Maries in our culture. Right. It makes complete sense from that part. One of the things I really have appreciated is the fact that Anne Marie is not just for that one particular person, but you're going to get a chance to know how someone from the outside would be able to react and handle Anne Marie. Right. So are you married to an Anne Marie? You could be. If you're married to Anne Marie, this would be a great opportunity for you to get an idea how to handle her. And a great reason why you would want to watch to listen
to Anne-Marie's, you know, the Anne-Marie's out there of the world, who share some of the similar thoughts, some of the similar same concerns, and kind of people who just want to congregate together and talk about certain things, you know. So that's what we want this podcast to be for those Anne-Marie's out there. But you don't just have to be an Anne-Marie. You could be somebody trying to understand an Anne-Marie. Okay, so you want to come here and see, you know, what's important to us, you know, see what our responses are, get engaged, learn
what our triggers are.
I
think that especially for those corporate bosses, let's say of the, you know, the white descent, and you have a whole bunch of Anne-Maries important to you. We got your back. We're going to definitely tell you the things that you need to stay away from, conversations you need to not have, and how you can encourage and motivate and mold and really make them feel wanted. So we have, this is a full, we're giving to them all. And I want to thank once again the Google and their opportunity, because they really have set the precedence for where we're going to be going. And we're also going to kind of give you guys an idea of some of the upcoming shows as well.
Exactly. So Anne-Marie, so our ideal listener is named Anne-Marie. So that was the first part of the description that we were given to Google. So the next thing we said is that Anne-Marie's a mother. And why is that important? Because we have a lot of viewers who, you know, are out there, they're working, they have their 9 to 5s, which can be a struggle to keep up with, and balanced family life and everything that happens with that. You could be an entrepreneur, you could be both, you know. And when you're trying to juggle careers, relationships, parenthood, it can be a lot, you know. So these are, you know, other things that,
it's a different struggle from a young woman that does not have children. So that's why it's important for us to differentiate, because we understand that it's a whole nother level when you have the responsibility of another human being that you love more than anything in the world.
It's something that that we can relate to. And even if you're not, you know, a mother, you can still kind of hear some of the things that we go through, and we can talk through our experience, and just that you can share as well. If you happen to not be a mother, for example, you can share your experience, so we all get to learn from each other, you know, on the same day. But, you know, we thought our Anne-Marie would also be someone who's a mother, because that's something that we can relate to as women who also have children. And again, a lot of similarities in concern and some of the things that are important to us. So we want to congregate here in this podcast and talk about those things that we go through. We also said that Anne-Marie is 37. And she lives in Miami.
Well, you trying to low-key tell me my age?
No, I don't even know your age, but I figured 37 was a good age. That's where we are, roundabout.
You heard it here first, guys. My best friend is in the middle. My age.
It's in the middle of where we are. We do have some friends who are older than us.
You do? We're not saying any names.
No names.
None at all.
But
Anyway,
guys. So, but
37 is a good age. 37. I think that's a perfect age.
So her name is Anne-Marie. She's a mother. She lives in 37 in Miami. We're in the Fort Lauderdale, South Florida, you know, market area. Again, so all things that we can relate to. And, you know, when we've gotten a lot of feedback from viewers on topics or just engagement during the live chats in the show, a lot of these women share these similar demographics, because there are people we know. You know, so I was like, oh yeah, that is a mom. Oh, she is Caribbean background, or she's American but she dates a Caribbean. You know, she could be two women, a lesbian relationship. Like, it could be a mix and variety of everything. But this seemed to be, you know, largely the demographic of people who tune into the show and really get engaged, and we got to learn the types of things that you guys like.
It's actually evolved the brand within itself. So one of the things that I'm super excited about is that as a result of these shows that have been demanded by you guys, we've created another division of the Podcast These Nuts brand.
So go ahead.
I think I want you to tell them.
Because it's more you. Well, I say more her because initially, guys, let's say we stumbled into this. All right. When we were getting our logo design, we got our initial logo made, right? And Jodie had the idea of wanting to create another logo. Right now, I don't even remember what it was about, but I kept telling me to be more specific. Talk about what you want to do. Like, what is the concept? So anyway, so the designer, is it Demographics? What is it on IG? Sorry, I can't remember right now. But shout out to Dave. He created another logo, and it's for podcast These Nuts After Dark. And initially I was like, first of all, but then Jodie was like, no, that's not really what I was thinking exactly. But then, she started to get excited because, if y'all remember her back in the day, Nita Niagara blog, like a whole sex page. So this is right up my alley, okay?
I was talking about sex.
I don't know if I want to talk about sex. That's not really my thing like that. So I was like, ooh, let's put this on the shelf.
Okay.
So after developing, I was like, that's not really my thing. No. So after, talking about Emery, who she is and all these things, we also, of course, talked about, again, relatable things, relationships, sex.
Of course.
That is something that women are interested in, want to talk about. Or men want to hear about women and, their thoughts on sex and relationships.
As a matter of fact, in the Urban Dictionary,
here we go.
When they discussed or talked about Amory, and I'll read this, it says, and Amory knows she is beautiful, and with that with only little effort she can bring any man to his knees. Sometimes she does that just for fun, but more often she prefers to be the one on her knees. In fact, an Amory will discuss politics, the economy, or philosophy in great depth, but she really likes the rocket science. She is a rocket that likes everything about astrophysics, read between the lines. And if you're one of the few guys lucky enough to have an Anne-Marie and your very own missile, she will talk all about its strength and thrust and tell you she wants to ride on it, hold it, give it an affectionate kiss. About the time that you try to bring up the point that it is seriously impossible to ride on. So yeah. I'm sorry.
That was a read.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. So that's Anne-Marie. Yeah, that's Anne-Marie. I like that. Those conversations are definitely going to be in our podcast These Nuts After Dark.
For sure. So when you see that black and pink logo go up, podcast These Nuts After Dark,
the children can't be in the room. It's about to go down.
It's about to go down. We even have a show talking about the whole phase. Okay, like we got.
Yeah, and I have some shit that I'm gonna admit.
I'm just saying.
It is what it is.
We talked about this, guys. I won't bring it back up again.
What?
The episode, was it episode 6? Next thing, ship and host and trick, and how we say use the whole and the trick.
Yeah.
So that podcast is going to be fun, and that's coming up in the future. So
so we got
one of the elements of Anne-Marie is her sexuality. So that's where we're going with that after dark, because we know y'all want to talk about it.
It's gonna be fun.
So Anne-Marie also is a person who has a job. She may have a 9-to-5. She may be opening up a new business. So one of the things that people said they wanted us to talk about is incorporation. How do you incorporate a business? And where do you start? So these are things that women who we happen to have in common, or friends or partners that we have in common. A lot of women around our age, our demographic, are trying to start their own businesses.
The reality of it is no one can just live on one income anymore. Right. And so most women now, they are looking to open up another business, and there are a lot of Anne-Maries out there that are super talented. Yeah. But they just don't know how to turn their talent into business. So one of the things that we want to offer those women, because we know you're out there, because we were at one point those women, we taught each other and grew and learned and did what we need to do to build up our knowledge, and we're still doing it. Right. We want to help you guys. Right. We want to give you guys what someone gave to us that helped us take what we're doing to the next level. So I'm super excited about that as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's dope. So not only that, Anne-Marie would be someone who would want to listen to the type of things that we think are interesting, the type of things that our viewers have told us that they want to listen to, and they want us, we'll get DMs or comments or messages, hey, I think you should do a show on this, or it would be really great to hear your perspective on X topic. So we learned that, Pat, our viewers like to talk about relationships. They want to talk about,
because the reality of it is, when you talk about relationships, right, and the importance of it, if your shit isn't right at home, it makes everything else in your life just seems so disarray and just impossible to bring it together. So I think that Anne Marie's of the world realize that you do have to put some time into nurturing and building and strengthening your family, because that's the foundation and the core. So we're going to have a lot of shows that are going to help you, Anne Marie's, keep your families together as well.
That's what our next show is on, balancing careers and family.
There you go.
And we're actually talking we're talking to two people in entertainment world, in the comedy world, who are going to be coming on the show.
She's dope.
Gamma 305 and Michelle, Mimi. And they're going to be on the show, you know, talking about their experience, you know, how they're juggling things, how they're, you know, creating that work-life balance. So that's next topic. Again, something that you guys want to talk about, something that we like to talk about, you know, something that's important to a lot of us, you know, in this age group. So, you know, our ideal viewer would want to talk about some of these things. So we talked about relationships, feminine wellness, financial wellness, traveling.
I'm excited about that one.
Yeah.
I love to travel. I got my bestie to travel. When her and I first became friends, she tells a story better than me, but one of the things I said that you need to have in order to be my friend is a passport. So and, when she got that passport, she never looked back.
Never looked back.
So traveling, not just because of how amazing it is to see the beautiful sights, but how it changes your life. You know, being cultured, seeing different things, it really sometimes put things into perspective. I know it has for me. But so we're going to be talking about the spiritual aspect of traveling as well as
the financial aspect
of
traveling. You know, not only the memories, you know, that you build. You know, people want to be savvy when they're looking for deals, they're looking for travel destinations. They want to know if they can be saved, and they want to know if they can save a coin. You know, so they want to learn about those types of tips. How do you get to just travel spur of the moment and not spend a lot of money? You can do that.
It's very possible. Nancy and I just came back from Cuba, as you know, Norwegian cruise lines, and our tickets were $289 per person for a 5-day cruise. Plus taxes. I think in total it was
all-inclusive liquor.
Oh yes, all-inclusive food, good food and liquor, and we paid less than $1,000. See, we came back with money because she gambled a little bit, and we came back with more money than we left with.
There you have it.
You
have it. So, you know, knowing what to do, how to put a really great trip together. So we're really excited. We're really excited because this really helped us to shape the podcast and where we're going with it. And, you know, we want to make sure that we're touching things and talking about things that are important to you. And we're calling you Anne Marie. So again, I'm going to put the whole description together, who our ideal listener is. Anne Marie. A typical Jamaican name, a mother, 37 years old, living in Miami. She must balance the stress of working a typical 9-to-5 job, taking care of her children while going after her dream of entrepreneurship. She wants to listen to engaging dialogue that is relatable, balanced with fun banter to help her laugh, yet fill her knowledge bank after a long week.
That's you.
That's you.
That's you.
That's us.
Hey guys.
Hi. How you doing? Hey, Anne-Marie. Yeah. So, you know, that's the gist of the show. So again, as we talked about, we're going to get right into those topics that we think are relatable to you, our viewer, Anne-Marie. And next show, episode 18, is going to be balancing careers and family. So for us, it was really important to kind of identify who you are, what you like, and of course, we'll continue to develop and grow and make adjustments, you know, along the way. Was there anything else that you wanted to talk about?
There's a couple of things. So you had mentioned doing something really dope, and I wanted to kind of talk about it with you here to see if maybe they can give us some comments and tell us what they think. But we were thinking about hosting and actually taping a live show.
A live show with the audience, you know, just like this. So we would have our topic, you know, we would have our same discussion, you know, same exchange and dialogue, but you guys will be out there.
And live with us. A nice big party. Afterwards that we'll be hosting and having a good time. So you mentioned it, and I said, you know, just give me a couple of dates.
We're going to work on that.
All right.
So that's to come. So give us your feedback. Like, would you come?
Now the people know. So
would you guys come? Let us know. Would you come?
Would you come?
If we want to do a live podcast these nuts with Jodie and Wendy. Maybe 10 to 20 people to start. Keep it small. You know, come hang out with us. Come chill.
Sip on some bubbly. Have
while we film a show.
Have a little party afterwards.
Would you come? So let us know. reach out to us, hit us up in the comments, DM us, let us know if that is something that you would be interested in doing. Because I really want to do it. It would be dope.
I think it would be so much fun.
Yeah.
We probably get addicted to it and just do that for every single taping.
Who knows? It could be our next thing.
It could be.
Because we do like to be around people. So,
yeah. That was a good one, Bessie. Yeah.
There's a lot of great podcasters out there. And I've been following a lot. Oh my goodness. Being able to I can't, this that I really particularly like. Oh my gosh. Is it Fuckboy Clint? Oh Lord. Clint Cooley. Oh, I can't remember right now. I'm sorry. I probably should have had it in front of me. But he's
a new one?
A podcaster.
Okay.
He does these live podcasts, and I really, really think that they're dope.
The one that you showed me, the one that you sent.
Yeah, the one that I sent to you.
Yes. And when I saw this setup,
can you pull it up?
Yes, I can. When I saw this setup, and when I saw this setup, and when I saw the energy, because I feed off of energy, I know for sure, and for me, it was like, I want this. This is dope. This is dope. I'm trying to think if you WhatsApped it to me or if you sent it in my DM. Were you?
No, it was a DM, but it's not pulling up for me. We just want to give proper credit. For credit too, but I can't. Okay, here it goes. Here it goes.
Which one?
Clint Coley. Clint Coley. It's his podcast that he does. So that's where
I love the energy, friend. I would love, because we feed off of people. So I would love to be able to just have an audience and bounce off of them and just have a dope ass podcast.
That would be amazing.
I'm down. So let us know. Jump in our inboxes. What you think? Would you come to something like that?
Let us know.
And if you want to do it,
we down.
What are some things you'd like to
see? What do you want to talk about?
What do you want to talk about?
So the people are going to come out. We will let you guys vote on the topic.
Yes.
And that's what we'll discuss.
Yes. And depending on how things go, maybe bring them up with us.
Yeah. Somebody wants to come up and share their exactly. Okay. So if you're down to do that,
she said it.
We'll have an extra chair when it's time. Come on up.
Yeah, I think that's going to be dope.
That will be.
I can't wait to hear what they have to say.
Yeah. Me too. So this was a great episode. As per usual, we got to focus on you guys, on Anne-Marie, our views, our listeners. Again, you don't have to be an Anne-Marie to enjoy this podcast.
No, but we're going to teach you how to handle an Anne-Marie.
You might just want to learn how to work with an Anne-Marie, how to handle an Anne-Marie, how to be in a relationship, how to date an Anne-Marie,
And for those podcast after darks, how to fuck an Anne-Marie.
Hello.
Hi. So we got y'all.
We do. We got you covered on all bases. So make sure you tune in on Thursdays at 8:30 p.m. Now, notice I didn't say weekly. We're going to be changing up our format a little bit. So we're going to be airing our next episode on Thursday, May 16th.
That's the date.
Then the next episode following that will be on May 23rd, a week later.
Right.
But following that, we're going to go with a bi-weekly schedule.
Correct.
So every 2 weeks, every Thursday. See, I'm so used to saying every Thursday.
It's okay.
Every other Thursday.
Every Thursday. Just a
Thursday. After May 23rd.
But you know what? If you have some catching up to do, we have 16 podcasts that you haven't seen. In addition to the TV Takeover Network, just in general, has some really great shows that you can catch up on. So
we have a lot.
We got a lot of content for you. And we have some more coming.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining.
Thank you so much for joining us on YouTube, Google Podcasts.
Where else?
SoundCloud, iTunes.
I messed up this part. I don't know why.
iTunes, guys.
Yeah.
Thursdays at 8:30 p.m. Eastern.
That's what it's.
Check us out. Bye. Thank you guys for watching.
Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Adios, my friend. Adios. Adios, my friend. Adios.